So tell me this, have you guys ever found yourself in a situation where you are surrounded by chaos or things are just not going the way you wanted them to, and you feel like the world is against you? You are surrounded by a cloud of anxiety and feel it closing in on you. It clouds up your thought process. Well, I certainly have, multiple times. In fact, in this uniform, it almost comes with a job. But I will tell you this, there are ways around that. I felt really strong in my heart that this is something I got to share with you guys, because I'm starting to see a lot of it. I'm starting to see a lot of it just with people I interact on a daily basis, and just in social media. I see it in the news. I'm seeing it everywhere. So now it's time to share my story and something that helps me. It's something very simple, and we all do it almost naturally, but we never really put focus into it. It's free. It's the best free form of therapy, a therapeutic procedure that can help us in all these situations. So thanks for tuning in. Let's get into it. I'll see you guys in the studio. Oh yeah. All right. So here we are in the studio. It has been a day, but there's no greater feeling than, you're home. The day is now behind you. You're relaxed. The uniform's off. And now it's just you and I. Awesome. Let's get into this. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you for coming and being part of the Comfort in Chaos community. Welcome to the Comfort in Chaos channel. We're literally your favorite first sergeant here, senior leader in the military, also aspiring content creator, just having fun living life and continuing to find comfort in the chaos that we all go through. If you're new to the channel, welcome. For those of you returning, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. The support definitely goes a long way, and it just really kind of helps the channel grow, helps the community grow as a whole. You guys, I'm not going to insult your intelligence. You know how all this YouTube stuff works. So either way, I appreciate it, guys. And I appreciate you. So let's get into it. There's a simple technique that we all do naturally, and it helps me get through some craziest times, those moments when you just feel the anxiety creeping in. We're all going to feel it. If you haven't already gone through it, I promise you, you're going to. We're surrounded by it. Every moment I pick up my phone, every moment I'm talking to family and friends, or even in the workplace, I talk to other soldiers. There's a common denominator, and that common denominator is the times they're not easier, and they're getting more challenging every day. And a lot of them is sourced to, anxiety, depression. You get in that state of panic where it's like, what do I do? How do I react? How do I react? And that's what we really got to focus on, is mastering the reaction, staying in control. I'm going to get into the story, but I'm going to take it way back because I want to share it with you. The technique is breathing. There is a fine art in breathing. I know we do it naturally. I know it's something literally we would die if we weren't breathing. But when you put your focus and you just take that breath, it's almost like you can just hear a calmness, silence. I believe God has put it into us, or whatever your faith is, but it's a way for you to source and a reminder of, wow, you're in control. Not the phone screen, not social media, not what you see on TV, not what everyone's talking about around society. You are in control. And taking that breath has always been that reminder. It helps me from letting that cloud of anxiety come in to where now my emotions start to take my natural reaction. And that is something that we all can do, free. The power and the art of breathing. So here's the story. I just joined the Army, brand new private, headed to basic training, not having really any expectation whatsoever, taking it one day at a time. And I'm getting through it. I remember there was one morning, we just got our notes from the drill sergeant. If you're a squad leader or a PG, you get your notes and get your squads ready for the next day for the training. And we would find out the training events literally the night prior. So we found out, and I'm going in the office, and the drill sergeant says, tomorrow we're going to form up here after chow, after PT, after chow, and then we're all going to road march to this training site. Drill sergeants always know what's coming in. They love to see the reaction. They love to test those privates. It's part of being in the military. So they then say, the PG asks, what's the training event? What gear are we going to need? And so he puts out the list, and then he says the training event is going to be the rappel tower. Now, a lot of you are probably hearing rappel tower, and you're just like, oh, that's nothing. Well, to me, guys, I've had a severe fear of heights since I was a child. In fact, I think it runs in my family. I know my father wasn't really good with heights. My father used to always say he wasn't good with heights. It was one of those things where I felt like, okay, it must have passed down, because guess what? I don't like heights either. I'll get up on the roof. I'll do some work. I'll hop on flights. I've flown on helicopters and all kinds of stuff, especially in my job in the military. I've always had that feeling of just like, oof. I get the hair start to stand up, the goosebumps, and then just all the thoughts go through, because I don't like heights. I have a fear of it. But this time and this environment, new soldier, basic training, getting through the wickets, just wanting to graduate and just get through and not be the guy who quits, or gets sent home or just doesn't make it. So we have the rappel tower. I find out and I'm just like, okay, this is going to be tricky. I don't know how this is going to work, but I don't know what to expect. And I'm thinking, well, it shouldn't be that bad. Maybe I'm thinking like a 20 foot. We go up to like almost the equivalent of a house and just practice some rappel stuff. I was wrong. We marched to the site that morning. We get there and I just remember walking up and I'm looking up and I'm like, holy crap. It was legit like 100 feet in the air. It was freaking high. And I don't know the exact height. Comment down below if you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know the exact height. I just remember we're going through the class, learning how to make the harness and everything out of a rope. Then my name gets called up. They line us up in squads saying, all right, you guys now go up. You're watching them go up. Next squad. All right. After they're complete, you go up. I'm walking and I'm just feeling the anxiety. I'm looking up and I'm just like, ooh, yeah, my emotions are starting to get a little crazy and the anxiety's creeping in and I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I'm getting scared. Can I just quit? I'm afraid of heights. I don't know what to do. The anxiety's just all over. So many different emotions. I'm walking up the stairs and I'm looking down the rail as we go into every stair level up to the top. And I'm looking at the platoon of soldiers down there and I'm seeing they're getting smaller and smaller as I'm getting higher and higher. You feel the wind. All of a sudden you start to feel the breeze and the wind's increasing. Pretty soon you don't hear any noises, just you up in the air and the breeze of wind and you like don't want to look down. That's what I was feeling. And so the anxiety was creeping in. And two guys are going in front of me. They're getting explained. They're going over everything. Then they go over the tower. They get told what to do. And I'm thinking like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Literally every voice in my head is going through and I can do this. I can do this. And then there was a moment where it's almost like I just froze and I can just feel my mind bombarded with just the anxiety of fear. I was contemplating every life decision at that point. Like, what am I doing here? Why? I can just leave. I can quit, And I had a drill sergeant who literally can see I was kind of nervous. I was shaking. I didn't want to look over the edge. He knew I was coming up next. He calls me over and says, hey, Pry, you afraid of heights? I'm like, drill sergeant, I don't want to look down. I don't know if I can do this. He said, well, you got to do this. You can do this. He just said, look at me and take a deep breath. He said, you know what to do, right? Tell me you know what to do. Show me you know what to do. And tell me what you're about to do when you get off, when you lean over. I said, yes. He just said, breathe. Now you're in control. Remember that. You're in control. The moment you grab on, you are now in control until you get to the ground. We are not in control. So, breathe. 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 Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I look over. I'm breathing. Deep breath. I remember it like it was yesterday. He looks for a thumbs up. I give him the thumbs up. He said, look at me. Look at me. He said, don't look down until you take that first push. So I take the first push. I put my hand up, showing I know what I'm going to do. And he said, put your hand up. You're in control now. So now my whole legs, you're literally, the tower's here. And now I'm almost 90 degrees holding on to the line, which I'm telling you now, if you guys haven't done this before, it is not as easy as it looks. Everyone just naturally shakes. You'll see people, their body would just collide and go flat. It takes a lot of muscle because my legs were shaking. And he can see that. And then he just tells me, breathe, hand up. Okay, switch hands, hand up. Okay. All right, you're in control. I'll see you at the bottom. And I got to the bottom, and I'll never forget the relief. But after I took the first two hops, just hop one, boom, rappel, hop another one, boom, rappel. And then it was like, okay, I got this. I got this. And then finally got to the bottom, took the harness off, looked up at the drill sergeant. He gave me a thumbs up. I'll never forget that moment. I remember walking back to the guys and the rest of the platoon, and we're just like, yeah, that was fun, and then I was like, you okay? I just found some comfort in some chaos. And I'll never forget that. But I wanted to share that with you because I wouldn't have been able to control that anxiety without the art of breathing. As a reminder that I'm in control. That was my reminder. And since then, I've been practicing that technique till this very day. I'm going on now 15 years in the military, and I still do it every day. And now I even teach my son the same thing. I wanted to share that with you guys because now it's almost like we're not only facing a physical anxiety, but now it's almost like a digital anxiety. And sometimes if you got, before you get out of that car, before you get out of your car when you're out pulling into work, I'll encourage you, turn the music off, turn the car off, and breathe. Just breathe. And listen to it. Listen to the exhale. Breathe. And remind yourself that you're in control. And this little problem, this little anxiety that you're starting to feel, it's not going to be there a year from now. It's not going to be there probably even next week. It'll be a new challenge or a new level of anxiety for something totally different. And even then, you're going to find comfort in that chaos. And you're going to figure out a way to stay grounded and stay in control. I hope this story was entertaining to you guys, but at the same time, I hope there was a takeaway. If you are going through something or feeling that anxiety and you have your own ways and techniques that provide self-aid, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys do to control those anxious moments and keep yourself level-headed to make the right choices and decisions going forward. We should share that kind of stuff. There's really no wrong answer to this, unless you're telling me you freaking are doing like drugs or something, then that's a different story. But whatever techniques you guys have, please comment down below and let me know. Other than that, team, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it with a friend. If you know somebody who can benefit from hearing this, please share it. And I'm always available, guys. If you're ever trying to reach out, hit that Instagram link in the description. And while you're there, feel free to check out the Chaos merch. Go get yourself the Trust and Verify hats, guys. I freaking love them. I handed out some to some Christmas gifts to some battle buddies today, and they all loved it. So it was great to see the excitement in their face and just the message that it implies, guys. Trust and verify. That's what we do in life. We should always trust and verify. Please do your push-ups, take your vitamins, drink your water, and continue to find comfort in your chaos. I'll see you on the next video, team. Out.